What's up, guys? So proud of you. Day 21, Law 21. We are at the end. The law of legacy. A leader's lasting value is measured in one word: succession. A leader's lasting value is measured in succession. That is the law of legacy. I feel like it's difficult to point to any course content that really points directly towards this, because I think it all points directly towards this. If I was to look at what it meant to be a transformational, transactional leader, situational leader, visionary leader, any of these different theories of leadership that we've learned, they all tie in to leaving a legacy that's worth following. Looking at the Harvard Business Review on leadership, what leaders really do, the work of leadership, why anyone should be led by you, all those have to do with leaving a legacy at their heart of what they're saying. The level 5 leadership is an awesome legacy to be able to lead. Discovering your authentic leadership, to leave the legacy of an authentic leader would be an amazing legacy to leave in regards to your leadership and what you did here while you were on earth. The 7 habits of highly effective people are 7 steps that are super preparatory and you becoming a leader, very much like the author Stephen Covey, who can leave a legacy worth following, like the author of this book, John Maxwell, who's already leaving a legacy worth following with his leadership, instruction, and teaching. Guys, leading a legacy is essential. For me, for my personal leadership philosophy, it's this: leadership is an integration of integrity and influence for the purpose of what? Leading a legacy. My mission statement even has to do with legacy, that I would learn from those before me, lift up those behind me, lead with those around me, and leave a legacy that glorifies God. Legacy is what it comes down to. What are you going to be remembered for after you die? Always set it in your heart to die well, to know that when you take your last breath that you did everything that you were put on this earth to do. How do you leave a legacy that's worth following? Well, first, Stephen Covey gives us 4 steps. He says, first, you need to know the legacy that you want to leave. And I'm reminded of, in 7 Habits of Highly Effective Leader, I'm reminded of Stephen Covey's idea to begin with the end in mind. You got to envision that last step. What's your final goal? What's the legacy that you personally want to leave? And envision that. Write that down. Make it plain in front of you so that you can stick to it and work towards it. Second, live the legacy that you want to leave. Even if you're right now not in a position of leadership, still live out of those skills and these talents that you have, that you might become perhaps an emergent leader, someone who can walk in that step. What we've learned, and what I've personally learned, is that a title does not necessarily a leader make, but it's the principles and the values that you live out that show your leadership, true leadership, capability, and potential. Live the legacy now that you want to leave. Third, choose who will carry on your legacy. These are the people that you're specifically investing in, pouring your life into, these leaders that are below you, that you're leading, so that you might see multiplication of growth. And while I want to point out, it says succession, you have to multiply yourself so that you might have someone to succeed you in your place. When you die, when you step down from leadership, when something happens, when you need to step down, or another opportunity arises, how do you leave comfortably knowing that there's no one to take your place? You can't. That's why you start raising up that person, those people that can lead and take your place. You got to choose who's going to carry on your legacy in the position that you have right now. Fourth, make sure you can pass the baton. That means don't put such a white-knuckled grip on it that you don't want to let the baton go because you're not willing to empower someone else. You need to invest in leaders who are going to carry that forward and who you're willing to pass the baton to. You have to be able to pour your legacy into someone else. If there was an application step for this, it would be this: you need to figure out why you're leading. You need to figure out why are you leading for you? Are you leading for your own purposes alone? No, if you're leading out of a vision, you got to understand that as a visionary, you can't be thinking months in advance, days in advance, weeks in advance. You're thinking years, decades, centuries in advance with this vision that you have. And you might not be around to see the fulfillment of it. So who do you pass that legacy on to? Why are you leading? Are you really leading out of the conviction of a vision, or are you leading because you simply feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing? or because you feel like it's the cool thing right now. Everyone wants to talk about how they're a leader, but no one wants to sacrifice. No one wants to add to anyone else's life. No one wants to build on this, and no one wants to take the time that it might take to truly build a legacy worth following. I challenge you to set time aside to get to know yourself. I challenge you to set time aside to develop yourself in accordance to these principles that I talked about. And I challenge you to develop a vision that would cause you to leave a legacy worth following. I'm proud of each and every single one of you that went through these 21 days with me. I know it's been a journey, and I know it might have been tough, but this month might be one of the most beneficial of your life in regards to leadership. I thank you. I salute you, fellow leader, and I hope that you've learned something that's going to change the way that you lead for the better. I'll see you when I see you. In the conclusion.